Hello everybody, it's Clara the Book Goddess, and I am here to bring to you my original road trip book tag. I made this just this afternoon because I am going to be spending around 9 total hours in the car between tomorrow and Tuesday. So I'm just like, why not? So I made this up because I will be taking a road trip of sorts for the Labor Day holiday, and because we have stuff to do that's not around us. So let's get started with the tag. The first question is a book that you remember reading on a long car trip. That is Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows for me. I've read many books on long car trips, but this is the one I remember the most because it's just this. I honestly, I have a weird history with Harry Potter. At first, I'm just like, why would you want to read a book about a guy going to a wizard school? That sounds so boring. And then I started doing speed reading practice on the first book and fell in love with it and ended up finishing the series. So I got this from my cousin and was reading it and read it in 3 days because I just loved it and couldn't put it down, and this book is so good. Question 2 is, do you have any go-to books that you always bring on a long car trip? I know I have brought my collection of Jane Austen novels at least once or twice on a long car trip, but I don't always get to reading it. I prefer to bring series or super duper long books on a car trip. Question 3 is, do you prefer long or short books when you go on a ride? I know some people will bring like short series books. They could be long series, but you know, the short book series, the ones that have really tiny books and go through the whole series while they're riding in the car. I prefer a really long book like this right here because it's 700 pages. It's not as much to pack, and it's also very satisfying to have a long, thick, heavy book in your hands, you know what I mean? Question 4, how many books do you bring on your average car trip? 3 or 5, anywhere between 3 and 5, at least 2 for me. The last question is, what is your favorite book that you have finished on a long car trip? The same one, Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows. I love this book so much. I love the whole series, and it's just magical and a delight to read. So that's the end of the tag, but I thought I would share with you the books I am bringing on the trip I am taking. The first one is The Three Musketeers by Alexandre Dumas. I am still not done with this. I'm sorry, guys. It's taking me forever because it's like a classic and I'm in a reading slump, and it's 600 pages. 600 pages is a good thing in a reading slump, and it's a classic. Classics are so hard to get through. But I like this book, I really do, and I'll probably do a review of it when I get done because I like reviewing classics. The next book I am bringing is The Hobbit by J.R.R. Tolkien, which I will be rereading. I read this when I was 8 and loved it, and I am very excited to be rereading this again. I am going to read this and The Lord of the Rings before the year is over. I intend to. I may not get it all done in this month or next month, but I intend to have read The Hobbit through The Return of the King done soon. Okay, the last book I'm bringing is Odd Magic by Patricia A. McKillop. This is the Book Goddess Book Club pick of the month. Basically what that means is if you want to, you can read this book this month, and at the end of the month I will do a live discussion of it. So I have started it, and then I got The Three Musketeers and started reading that. So I'm excited to be reading this, and this will probably help me get off my book slump. Thank you, guys. I can't talk right now. I had a cross-country meet this morning, so I am really worn out. Okay, that is it for this tag. And so let me know what you like to read on a long car trip. And I am going to tag Sam from Green Eggs and Sam to do this tag as well. So love you guys, and bye.